Zen from DD2. Can you just tell us a bit about when you started working with Zen and what you think, why you think he's so quick?
But I started working this year in the beginning of the season with Zen. We did the Florida Winter Tour, we did the Winter Cup. I think Zen is really quick because I think Zen is fast, is good. The kid, when you do something, he can also, what's happening with the chassis, with the engine, I think the kid is really fast.
Okay, and obviously you run with Formula K quite a large team. Do you think when you get to running more than one driver it becomes more difficult? Obviously Formula K you're running quite a few cars here this year.
But I think the more drivers you get, the more difficult it is. Sometimes it's easier because you can test on different drivers, you can test different material, and then it's faster to find the good setup for the material. But more drivers, like I say, more drivers you get, the more harder it is to make it good.
Okay, so moving on to Cole's racing, and so Adrian, you run James Singleton, and he's pole sitter for Senior Max. Obviously, Senior Max is a really competitive class, and James has been with you for a couple of years now. What do you think makes James quick?
James has been with us for probably 6 or 7 years now. He started with us in Mini Max when he was only 12 years old, so has been part of the furniture in the team for some time. He's naturally quick, like I've mentioned here. He's got that natural ability to carry corner speed, which helps just to keep the car quick at all times. But again, his feedback is improved over the years, and it's just getting the best out of the equipment at all times. This is what makes the difference between probably winning races and ending up 3rd, 4th, 5th place. It's just getting the best out of what you have under you.
Okay, and obviously, like we said, we had a few different heat winners and seniors. What do you think chances are for tomorrow?
We're on pole for the final, so we're in the best position probably. But yeah, it's such a competitive class. As Webb's got 3 heat wins, same as ourselves, and Warren's got 2 heat wins. It'll be a great race as usual in the Euromax finals tomorrow for sure.
Okay, and moving on to Chris. So obviously you won Josh Price in the juniors. He had 3 quite outright wins. Obviously he's got the pace. Why do you think he's quick? This is his first Euros, is it?
No, he did the first round last year and then dropped out for different reasons. But no, I've looked after Josh for a few years now, and don't get me wrong, considering he hasn't done like 3 years of karting, he's come on very quickly. He's just got natural speed.
Yeah. And why do you bring him to the Euros? Obviously he does the UK Championship, but why the Euros? What do you think that does for him?
Just because it's the best championship, really, and he gets to race against different drivers that he doesn't see week in, week out, racing on the British circuits. So that's why we brought him over here to test him against the best.
Okay, thank you. And moving on to Kelvin. So you've got the Masters DD2 pole position, and a bit like Chris, you run a smaller team with Patrick Pearson DD2 as well, so a bit more one-on-one with your drivers. And do you think that helps Florent?
Yes, certainly with Florent, yeah. We enjoy a pretty tight relationship, quite volatile at times too. We can shout and scream once or twice, but we've been together, I think this is the 4th season together now, so we have a good understanding, and we've been gently progressing and sort of understanding the European, particularly the Euromax series. You know, you become more and more confident going back to the same circuits each time.
Yeah, and just as Chris was saying with Josh, obviously as a junior he progresses, but we spoke with Florent yesterday and he's still getting better from the World Finals. Obviously he was he posted one of the quickest times in qualifying, I think.
Yes.
And he's still getting quicker now. So do you think he's still improving?
Yes, it's been quite a slow process in lots of ways because he doesn't get a lot of seat time. He's a busy man, you know, he has a family and a responsible job. So, you know, it's been a longer process, but there's no question that his ability to drive a DD2 is improving all the time. And I think also we've worked hard in the winter time, and we've got the kart better for him as well. So I think both drivers, actually, Patrick has had a poor day, but I think that both drivers will benefit from that.
And do you think they help each other, having a DD2 and a DD2 Masters in the same team?
I'd like to think that will happen. It hasn't happened this week so much because Patrick's had a disappointing week so far, but I do believe so, yes, certainly. I think that looking at telemetry of a driver that's potentially a little bit faster, for Florent, I think he can then obviously look where he needs to improve.
Okay, and for Chris and Adrian, obviously you guys both raced, I think I've both raced against you. How do you think captaincy in the past helps you with sort of one-on-one driver tuition, and did you know all these challenges or?
Yeah, we can go through past experiences. They try and bring up all these excuses, but then we've been there and done it, got the t-shirt, so they can't sort of pull wool over our eyes, really.
Yeah.
So.
And Adrian?
I think it helps a great deal when you're sort of talking to the drivers, if they know you've done it, you've won championships yourselves in the past. Probably helped a little bit more for myself in England, because I've done the Super 1 for many years, but never had the luck to come and do the Euromax when I was racing, which I'd love to have had the chance to have done. So we're trying to learn the tracks with the drivers when you're here, but certainly at home with Super 1, it's great to have, the tracks haven't changed a lot over the years, so you do know exactly the tricks to each track, really. So.
Okay, and Cash, for you, obviously you've raced with a lot of, you've worked for a lot of different teams, run a lot of different teams, and a lot of big European series, not just Rotax. Why the European Rotax? Why did you bring your drivers here, and what do you think of the championship?
But I think the competition is really high. The level, it's if you see sometimes in the first 10 places, it's all in the same tent. Why we come to the Rotax? Because if you see in the most of countries, the Rotax is growing everywhere, and the KF it's dying.
Yeah.
And I think for the most of, also we are constructor of chassis, and I think if you want to produce a good material, you need to raise on the highest level.
Yeah.
And I think the Rotax is very high for the moment.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for your time, and good luck to your drivers tomorrow.